This conference will now be recorded.
Yeah, so here my agenda for today is to explain the KDS for project structure objects and the project planning. So in previous session, we saw how we can create a project definition, how we can create a phase, how we can create a task, checklist item, how we can create a task for the checklist item. Okay, so some basic understanding is clear now. All the field description, field details was explained that time. Okay. So my today's agenda is to go one by one with the project objects. So here
Brahma,
when we are, yeah,
so are you done with, are we done with PPM?
yes, portfolio management is finished.
Okay,
Now we are in the project management.
okay,
Okay. So when we are going in the project management, we have already completed how we can create a project, PPM project. But again, we will come back for summer process. We will come back again in the portfolio management. Okay. So there are 2-3 places, like once we will go for to get the actual capacities back to item. That is the first thing. Second, when we will see the DFM, decision flow management, and third, when we will see the reports. Okay, so these are the major areas for which we will come back again into portfolio management. Okay, but if you are having any question, any doubt from any process, any object, any understanding, you can put these questions anytime. Okay. So project management, see, when we are creating a project, any PPM project, that time we are selecting project type. Okay, so basically the project type is a profile which is controlling all the functions of a project. Okay, you can compare with your PS project profile, where based on PS project profile, your all planning, your budgeting, your execution process is being decided. Okay, similarly here, the project type is the profile which is controlling all the different business processes and functions in the system. Okay, but here you are having a flexibility. When you are creating a project, PPM project, you can create directly without selecting project type also, right? But in PS it's not possible. When you are going to create any PS project, you have to select the project profile, then only you can enter organization structure, or it may be default, then you can save. But here in PPM project, without even selecting project type, you can create a project. Okay, and you can decide the project code. So project code, basically it will be proposed as per the standard settings in the system. But if you are not find it as per your business process, you can change it. Okay, you can change it manually, or you can do the enhancement to get it automatically based on your coding mask. So here again, the concept of deciding the coding mask for this project is same as we have discussed in item. Okay, same logic. Just based on the project type, you can decide what project coding keys you are going to select in the system. Okay, so here when you are going to release the project, that time only system will ask about project type. In that case, the project type selection has become will become a mandatory. Okay, so whatever the objects we are creating in project structure, one second please. Sorry. So whenever we are creating a project structure, that time we are uh, creating a different object, like your task, phases, checklist item. So each object which we are selecting, we are having a separate profile for each object. Like for project, we are having project type. For phase, we are having phase type. For task, we are having task type. For checklist, we are having checklist type. Okay. So based on that type, based on that profile which we need to create in system, based on that, some functions will be decided in the system. Okay. So when we are creating a project, project type is the main profile which is containing other sub profile. Okay, so let's say when you are creating a project profile, it has to mention in project type itself for what type of phases, what type of roles, what type of tasks, what type of checklist will be allowed to create in this particular project type. Along with that, you can restrict some functionality. Okay, so here we are going to understand one by one all the project profile, project types, the task type, everything in the sequential way, and we will see the impact in system also, how it is impacting in our business process also. Okay, so once we'll complete it, it will take at least today, but if time permits, I'll go for project planning. Project planning, like how we can do the duration planning in task, how we can do the relationship, how we can create it, and further how we can plan it for scheduling and all. Okay, so we'll check it. So let me open the system here. Meanwhile, if you have any question, please let me know. I'll try to answer.
Uh, Rama, today is
Yes.
the first day for project management, right? PPM
Yes,
project.
yes. See,
Okay.
just we have I have explained the project structure, how we can create a project, how we can create a phase and task. Okay, for that you can refer the previous recording. I'll arrange to share it. Today I'm just going with the configuration for that objects. Okay, simple. It's just very simple.
Okay, sure.
Okay, yeah. So here in WBC, go to project management here.
Can't see your screen. We can see PPT only.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I hope you can see it now. Commercial, my
Yes.
portfolio project management. Okay, so you as a project manager, you will have access of this screen. Okay, in left side you can see all the links to execute business transactions. Like you can create a project from here, you can create a task, you can create a checklist item, you can proceed with your approvals, evaluation, versions, and other services. In services, you can create a search. You can see, you can search your object, substitute, you can substitute the responsibility. Weekend rule, we will see the use of weekend rule and user settings. You can do some specific settings here. Okay, so when we want to see the my project, means whatever the project is assigned to me as a person responsible, it will appear here. Okay, so the arrangement with integration of your BP and your SAP ID has to be there. Then only you can get all this detail here. Okay, and once you are coming here in favorite, you will see all added projects. Last use project, whatever the project you have processed, you will see here. Substitutes, whatever the projects have been substituted to you, means somebody has substituted to you. So it means now you are the responsible to take it forward. So you will get all these projects here on this tab. All projects, you can see it here. Okay, so let's take this project. There was one project, consulting project, which we have created last time. Okay, so we'll see, we'll check with reference to this project settings. No, this is not the project. Second last use project. This implementation. Yeah. Okay, so here when we are selecting the project profile, you can see the project type. Okay, so you just see this. Okay, this line. Okay, these tabs. Okay, just see carefully. I will change the project type. Here some of changes will happen. Okay, let's say from consulting project I'm changing it to development project. Something happened, nothing has happened. Okay, I'm saying program, or let's say MOSIT project. Yeah, something has happened, right? So these settings, whatever is happening here, it is coming from project type. Okay, so let's say if I'm moving to consulting project again. So aggregate is not coming, right? Here, if you see, this aggregate was there in MOS IT project, aggregate, okay, aggregate services, aggregate data, all these this is coming in MOS IT project, but not in consulting project. Even whatever the object you can create here, it is depend on the project type profile. Let me go directly here to see the configuration. Go to portfolio and project management, SAP portfolio and project management, go to project management here, go to basic settings, okay, go to structure, okay. So here you will see all the structure profile. Define project type is the place where, yeah. So you remember we have discussed this initiative project type. So this is the standard given project type. If you are deleting this project type, system will not allow to create an initiative. It's very important, okay. Or if this project type is not appearing here, let's say you are going for an implementation and you are not, you have not copied your basic settings from client 0 to current client due to any reason, or for this node it is not copied due to any reason, and if you are trying to create project initiative, in that case this will not be succeeded. You have to see this, what is the, you have to see these settings also. So this is very important here, and the system is taking this profile as by default. You should not change anything here in this profile, okay. So let's say if I'm talking about consulting project, this project, so you double click here, here you can see all the settings. This is a project type, code, short text, category, okay. In system we are having 6 categories. This is standard provided categories, we cannot add it. It is just like a object classes we used to have in the PS, okay. Here development projects, if we don't have any restrictions whether you can not do the development project in consulting or consulting in development, it is to just divide at reporting level, okay. So development project, you should go with the category with development, consulting, IT consulting and all, wherever you are providing the services, better to go with that, okay. Improvement project, where you are doing enhancement or just doing some modification in the project, better to go with this category. But here program, initiative and enterprise project, these are the specific categories. Initiative categories will be used only for project type which we are using in initiative creation, okay. Program category will be used only for the project which we are going to create as a program, okay, which will have multiple project within it. You can compare with your organization. We used to have delivery manager, program manager, and then we used to have project manager. So program manager basically is a person who's handling multiple project, right? Similar kind of multiple projects. So it means within the same program, we can have multiple projects in PPM system also. That is another scenario. We will discuss it later. So here, when we are going to create a program, this is the category which we need to select here, okay. Similarly, initiative for this, an enterprise project, there is some specific type of project which we can use for enterprise. Unit, whatever the unit you are selecting, that will be available in your project for planning. Activate project type, let's say if you are having this project type and tomorrow you don't want to continue with the same project type, you can remove it. There is no need to delete this profile. You can just select and deselect. Based on that, you can control to get this type in your option in the project. These are the activate functions, okay. Whatever the functions you are selecting, based on that you will get that functionality in project. Document, you can upload the document. SAP DMS, you can integrate with SAP DMS. Versions, you can create a version in project. Object link, you can use the link to your objects. Portfolio management, if you want to integrate with your PPM item and all, then it has to be selected. Project charter, there is one functionality where we can prepare a project charter in the project. In that case, you can select it, it will be available there, okay. Milestone tree analysis, there is a way to define the MTA based on the milestones, okay. So here we will get that graphical representations of our milestone if we are selecting it. So we will get one report in the system. So to get my MTA, there is one limitations, it will be available in your PDF. So your PDF, Java, and all these things should be available in your local machine. Project structuring, whatever the objects you are going to use in project structure, that has to be selected here. Phase, if you are selecting phase, then you will be able to select a phase. You will be able to create a phase in your project. Task, you can create a task. Task checklist for project definition. If you are selecting this option, you will be able to create task and checklist for project definition also. Means you can create a, this is a checklist which is created for definition. So if you want to avoid it, let's say in some of project scenarios, you don't want to create a checklist or task for project definition, you can avoid it here. You just deselect it. After that, you will not be allowed to create. Okay, if you are selecting it, in that case, checklist and this checklist selection and task selection will become a mandatory. Okay, because you have to select these both. Checklist for task. Okay, checklist for task. So if you want to create a task checklist for task, you can select it. So in a structure, you will get one option. When you are going to the task, you can create a checklist for task also. This is sub project. If you want to go for sub project scenario, you selected mirror task. It is a copy of your task. We will see this mirror task options in detail. So when we are creating a mirror sub task, in that time we will have summary task and without summary task. Summary task means we can aggregate the values at a higher level. Okay, that is my summary task. So we'll see this both the scenarios in system, mirror task and summary task. Activate status reports. There is a way to get a status report from the system. If you want to activate it, you can activate it here. But for that, EDS system has to be implemented in system. Means your Adobe system should be available. Resource management. If you want to go for resource search, you can select it. Qualification, if you are going to use, then it has to be selected. Set authorization on user level. So when we are assigning anybody to project, what kind of roles, how he will be authorized in your project, so we can set it from here. Role control by include and all. The important part is accounting integration. For this project type, I'm saying no accounting integration. That's why I'm not getting that project, that tab on the screen. Okay, so here accounting integration, whether it is to internal order or to PS project, but it has to be selected as accounting integration, then only you will be able to create. So let's say I'm saying accounting integration in ERP. Okay, transfer type. What is the type of transfer here? I'm saying, so system in SAP, it is given three options. Integration, when I am saving the project, automatic integration. So this will be automatically integrated, means it will be okay, it will be integrated automatically with your object. Okay, and next, automatic as a flag for transfer to assign. So if you are selecting the option flag for transfer to assign, then it will be transfer. And next is automatic as of release. So once you are releasing, then only it will be transfer. So it is up to you. In some of cases, whenever we are creating a project, immediately it should be transferred to internal order or to PS project. In some of cases, when I'm saying yes, project is released, now we should go for execution. In that case, you will transfer it to internal order or to PS project. So it is up to us. Scheduling, what kind of scheduling you need, top down or bottom up, you can select it here. Confirmation, when we are going for the CATS, cross application timesheet. So how CATS will work here, you can integrate, you can transfer PS project or internal order from PPM project to your ERP or your S4HANA system, right? And you can do the CATS on your account assignment object, means on internal order or WBS element. And you can arrange to transfer this time for project role or project task. We will see this process in detail. Time recording for project definition. In PPM, this is a very important. Sometimes we used to forget whether project definition can be object which can contain some time confirmation or not. So you need to remember it. Sometimes some interviewer used to ask this question very specifically. Okay, so here time recording for project definition we can do in PPM system. Time travel expenses received from CATS or SRM or FIN. This is some financial areas. SRM is supply relationship management. CATS is cross application time. Signature of approval with user certificate. We are having functionality to get a user certificate, user assign digital signature kind of. So we can use this functionality. Left side you will see all the object where you can assign the different types, profiles, like what is the role type which you can have within this project type. What are the phase type which you can have in this project type? What are the task type which you can have within this project type? What are the checklist type which you can have in this project type? So if nothing is assigned, it means it is open. Whatever the project, whatever the task type, checklist type is created in the system, that you can select. But if you have assigned all these profiles here, this will be restricted to that list only. You will not get other option. So this will help us to make it is by default. Sometimes we just want to see 2 or 3 records, not an entire list. In that case, we just need to assign all these types here. You will get a result accordingly. Okay. So let us see this some functionality here when I'm saying integration. Okay. So I have selected automatic. I'll say automatic as flag transfer. Save it. What impact I'll get it here? If everything is fine, then go to EPC implementation. Yeah, so I will start to get the setting for accounting integration contains error. I'm getting error, but I'm getting this page also. This new tabs I'm getting. If I see here, display help, did the assignment, does the object type have been proxy class for single object controlling internal, or this is the internal? Okay, okay, we'll see it later, but at least in accounting tab, this is the accounting tab. Okay, so let me see some project if already having this integration. So at least now I can show you this. There was one project for which I have done the cats. That should be available. Okay, nothing is available. Project management. No, 1 second. Meanwhile, if you have any question, please let me know. I'll open another system. Okay.
Rama, that CATS entry, it was shown for role based or something. I mean, like the entry will happen against the role and not against the employer. How is it?
You can do against employee. It is based on the task, whatever the roles you are assigning based on that. 1 second. 1 second, please. 1 second, please. I'm getting some issue. Actually, I just want to show you in this system, but here I'm not able to log in. Some issues there. 1 second. Let me try one more time. Yeah, it's ready. Just a second, please. Okay, I'll open one project. Just a second, please. Project management. I'll go. Okay, 1 second, please. Not opening. EPC implementation. This one. Okay, I'll try to correct here only. Okay, I'm sorry. Actually, it's taking too much time there. So here, at least I want to show you what exactly details I'll get it here. Okay. So in accounting, when I'm saying accounting, system will allow to integrate with the accounting. So there are some parameters which we need to take here. First of all, your RFC has to be established. Then object link has to be there. Then only you can see that. Okay. So let's say here, whatever the options you are getting, create phase, create task, or create all these options, checklist, milestone, checklist, reference, mirror task, all these things you are getting based on setting in your project type. Okay. When you are going to schedule, because you have selected a bottom-up approach, but bottom-up scheduling type, so system will automatically will do the scheduling. So here system will do scheduling until unless you are not releasing the project. Okay, till that it will be automatically. If you have released the project, then it will go manually. Okay. So what we'll do, we will plan one project here. Okay, we'll do the planning and we will see it. Okay, but before that, let us see here other objects. Should I go for it? 1 second, please. Go to define priorities. We can define the priorities here. It is just a table maintenance. You can define all the priorities. Define project reason why you are executing it. So it's again table maintenance. You can maintain the different values here to get in your project. So based on these values, you can have a different reports sorting. Define process, again based on the define process, you can have some authorization, and apart from that, you can have the further bifurcation of your process. Define phase type. Okay, this is the important things which you need to do it. But before that, I just want to show you how we can replicate the project, how we can transfer. So all these things has to be clear, then only we should come here. Okay, just give me some time. Let me do here arrangement to get this replication, so at least integration part will be clear to you. Okay, 1 second. Sometimes this happen. It is taking time to open. Let me try one more time. Too much time. One second, please. I'm just checking some settings. Just see this. Okay, I'm trying to rectify it because it was working fine last time. Suddenly somebody has changed some settings here. 1 second. Define object link types. Okay, here project. So this is my system. Okay, go back here. Define project, define object type, project links. So here is the place. Configure system. Here is status project save. Okay. So here I'm just doing this. Okay, I'm checking the settings for integration, purchase order. Okay, project definitions. Okay, it is there. Okay, networks maintenance, legal system, destination, destination, network. Okay, rest of things are fine. Okay, data change, different organ body. Okay, resource planning, resource management connection to external system, object link to SAP system. Make setting for column, make setting for the linked SAP object. Okay, so here itself again I need to define the element. It is there. Okay, order. Okay, networks. Okay. Somebody has tested some scenarios here in the system. Being integration. Okay. Common functions. Okay, this is not clear. One more second. Resource planning here. Right. So now at least it is started to get, we have started to get this step consulting project, IT consulting program development item program, only consulting accounting, account assignment. Okay, display message. What is that? Use an object to the project type for communicating with the accounting system. See the customizing to make general setting. Does the project type have the proxy class this? For accounting, define object link for accounting. Make settings. 1 second, please. For settings, it is. I've done these settings. I check it offline, I think, because it would kill our time. Integration. Activate integration. That is fine. Integrated development. Okay, consulting. Okay, that is already consulting projects. Not only consulting, this is a consulting project. Okay, the automatic as a flagged. Okay, so I have selected this one. Let us go in the same way. Consulting. Define object link for accounting integration. So here I'm going with single object. Name and SAP. Okay, standard class. Field object type. That is fine. That is clear. Make general settings. This is a consulting project, but here we don't have anything for consulting. Okay, that's why we are getting this issue. 1 second, please. Let me see this. If I can change this to a consulting project, I'll change it to consulting project. So, and I'm saying consulting project message cover from the consulting of the duration of the register. Okay, no problem. Okay, but still I'm not getting accounting field here. Okay, if I'm saying consulting, only consulting. No, 1 second. I'll go for the same EPC implementation. Please just check it. Okay, accounting. So here for this, I don't have entries here. 1 second, please. Development project, consulting project. MOS. Okay, automatic revenue calculation. There's a new file. PS single object. Okay. Copy as. I'll change it to consulting. Only consulting. Okay, this one is the integration. That is already there. But why it is not showing here? Okay, this is there. Consulting. There's a no automatic revenue calculation. Enterprise single object controlling enterprise single object controlling internal. Okay, correct. Okay, then define revenue, replicate, define revenue. Okay, replicate cost and revenue, no problem. Element characteristics RFC. The selector of Dutch transfer, deleted legacy data, and system project type, reason, executed. Object types completed successfully. System X settings for S1 system. Okay, execute, controlling, create change or controlling scenarios. Okay, controlling scenarios, COPS, CPR1, controlling scenarios, consulting. Yes, that consulting I'm here getting. This is means that consulting. Consulting, 1 second, please. So here consulting, Z consulting, multi-level controlling structure automatic. Multi-level structure automatic. Okay, I'm getting this one. Okay. The next is define as easy assign ghost term deputy manager. Object link for C projects. Settings are correct. I think something is missing. Yes, I got it. PD0. Let me check whether this project is available or not. This may be another reason because we have selected automatic. The system is trying to replicate this project. Let me try this last. This project is already available here. Okay, so what I will do, I will go 24. I'll select 24. Let me try it now again. Okay, so what I'll do, okay, so here we have 0024. Save it. And in this, I'll change it to change status to flag for transfer. Let us see it now. Go to save. Once I will save. Yeah, costing data minute. Okay, so it is successful. Now you can see. Now this project you can see PS project is showing here, and the detail you can see here account assignment object. It is created. Okay, so same project you can see in your PS also. Let us see this project. Once you will click here, it will take you to the project. Here in project builder, you can see it will take you to SAP GUI. Okay, so this is the project which is replicated here. Are you getting this process? Steps, integration steps, and whatever was mistake. Okay, so I'll explain it in detail, but process steps should be clear. See, when we have created this project, this is up to us in which stage of this project you want to replicate into your account assignment. Account assignment I'm saying because in PS project you cannot do any posting. It has to be transferred to internal order or to PS project to capture the cost. Okay, you can plan the cost in PPM project, but you cannot do actual entry. So here, based on the status, we are saying in which stage we are transferring this to PS project or internal order. So we are having three scenarios. First, if we are selecting, if we are saving it first time. Okay, second, when we are saying flag to transfer. Third, when we are saying to release. Okay, so it is our choice as per my requirement when I want to transfer. So in this integration, when I was checking, I was getting some issue here. Okay, so there was some gap in this object link. Okay, we will see all the steps for integration, but the major part that there's somewhere some destination and logical system was not mentioned in the object link. Because of that, we were not able to replicate. Okay, so when we are transferring it as it is, my project definition along with task will be transferred to PS project as per this project type settings. Okay, so this is dependent. This is depend on the project type, whether you want to transfer into internal order or to PS project. So if you see here, go to accounting, here, individual, you can see here. See, this is a project definition. Here it is a project definition. Under that, as it is transferred. Okay, whatever the account assignment element you are having here, it is transferred at here. Okay, so this is your assignment here. There's a requirement collection, as is preparation, requirement collection, BVP preparation, realization. So it means these are the task phase. So phases are second level WBS element here, and under that whatever the task, immediate task has been created, that is replicated as a WBS element. So here in this system, we are not following the coding mask. That's why system allowed us to transfer into PS project with the same code what we have selected in the task. Otherwise, it has to be synchronized with your coding mask. So this steps are clear.
So Rama, always a PPM definition will be a project definition also.
Correct.
Project system definition also.
Correct.
And other like placed and phases would be the WBS and sub WBS.
Right. So phases will be WBS, second level WBS. Whatever the task you are creating with the phase, it will become a WBS. So let us see it in detail how it is reflecting. Let's say if I'm going here, P-0024. This is my project, okay, which is replicated here. So I am keeping it as display mode, and I'll add some task here. You go here under structure, I'll add one more task, create task. This is for testing to create. So once you save, same task will also be created as a WBS element. So system is working to replicate it. Go here, now you can see in the accounting, okay, here third one, it is created as like this WBS element. Okay, so once you are coming back, let us see how it is appearing. Come back, open it. This is third, testing to create. Okay, so there are some default settings which we are keeping here, how the system is selecting the project type. See, project profile, it is showing me, it is showing standard project profile. Okay, CPR 001, C project PS integration automatic. So as per the standard solution provided by SAP, always this profile CPR 0001 will be selected from replication from PPM project to PS project. But it is not sufficient as per the client requirement. Sometimes they used to have a different type of project profile. Okay, so they just want to link with your project type to project profile. In that case, we need to do enhancement. There is one business function. There is one function module which we can implement based on which we can implement to get your project profile based on project type. Okay, so if you are selecting a specific project type, system will select a specific project profile to transfer into PS project. That is the thing. But if you are getting a question, let's say in interview, if you are getting a question, do we have any restrictions based on the project profile to replicate a previous project from PPM? Yes, it is there. There is a specific project profile given by SAP CPR 0001, which will be used by default to transfer the project. Okay. So whatever the organization structure we are getting with this, we have to define. But as a default, system is getting all standard profile 0001, 0001, business company, company code, business area 0001. But you can change it. It is up to you. When you are defining this settings in controlling area settings, that time you can define all these. It is possible. Okay, so if you want to see the same project type,
so controlling area company code will be copied from PPM, or it will be like from PS itself.
See, it is from PS only. System, I'll tell you what happened here. You just correlate as of now, but I'll go in detail. See, earlier we were having a different system, right? This was your PPM. This was your PS, or I am saying it's ECC. Okay. So your org structure was here in ECC. In PPM, we don't have any organization structure. So what SAP has given, you will get one node here in the PPM to do specific setting in the ECC. So you enter the RFC, based on that system will reach to this system and you can do the configuration. And system will replicate the same setting back to the PPM. This is the same node if you saw that, because I was doing this. I was checking here in some accounting integration. See what I'm doing. I'll go in the detail. It is to just give you some detail accounting. This is the accounting integration. Replicate accounting. Yeah, make setting in SAP S/4HANA system. Earlier it used to written here, make settings for ECC. You click here. System is asking where you are going. So here you are saying this is my path. Means I am going to same system, but earlier it was a different system. Okay, then you can execute it. Once you're executing, now you are in S/4HANA system. Means earlier you were in ECC system. Like system was linking from PPM to ECC. So here you are saying in controlling. What is your controlling scenarios? Okay, so we are having two scenarios. In this specific scenarios, what is your costing variant? This is my costing variant. This is my costing sheet. This is my other parameters which I'm going to use in my project replication. Okay, these are some default settings. We could use it. Let's say the costing variant for do the cost planning and all. Similarly, when we're going next step, define controlling scenarios. So here we were using this controlling scenarios here. Okay, 1 second. No, define is your sign cost and define. Okay. There is one more place where we can define. I'll tell you. I'll explain it to you. Okay, I need to check the settings here. Okay, there is one place where we can do specifically and define this. Okay. So here what we are doing, we are using the same S/4HANA organization structure and defining in PPM, and same will be replicated here in your PS project. That is the things. This is the place, project type. Based on the project type, which are the settings. Here we are defining everything. This is also one more transactions, organization responsible, all these things. This is for single. I'm not going to, better not to be confused as of now, because I have navigated so many nodes here. You just be clear that how we are transferring it. Okay, so same way as we have transferred into PS project, same way we can transfer into internal order. So what I will do, in coming session, I'll also check all the settings, okay, before coming to the session. So in one go, I'll show you how we can transfer into intern order, how we can transfer into PS project, what are the settings, integration settings, because it's very important. And when we are understanding this integration, then only we can understand the next level of resource planning, because we need to see how my BP business partner is going to get it from HR to BP to my PPM system. That is also we need to check. So once this link will be clear, then that will also not take much time to clear. Okay. Yeah. So I'm stopping it here today.
Rama,
Yeah.
can you explain for once that project profile, how that standard will be used in PS? You told like one standard project profile is there, which will be always use.
Yeah. So here we are using one project profile. Go to structure, go to project type, define project type. So here this is specifically for this particular project type is for initiative. I was explaining that, but if you see when we were creating a PS project from PPM, there was project profile which was being used. Okay, that is a OPSA1. Sorry, OPSA. That is a project type. So this is the profile which is used here. CPR 0001. C project PS integration automatic case. So this profile has to be available in system. If it is not there, system will not allow to create a automatic PS project. If you want to make it specific to create, let's say if any specific project profile, if you want to select, you have to implement one enhancement here. You have to do that. So here, all the settings you can do here. You can, let's say if you want to keep it different organization structure, you can keep it here. So same will be replicated, but profile has to be used same. C project, that is CPR 0001. So once you are coming here and controlling project type, field key, version profile, everything you can make as a default, whatever you want as per your requirement. System will not stop you, but only the difference you have to say here, same project profile name, CPR 0001. That's it.
Okay, if I have not created that enhancement, so always it will pick this project profile only.
Yes, clear.
Okay, thank you.
Rama, one question. So you're integrating PPM with PS, right? Like the project
Right,
management with the PS portion, right? So
right.
to transfer the cost, vice versa, do we still have to run that that's the programs that we used last week, like the
No,
RC,
no,
PM,
no,
those
no,
things are
no.
not touching, is it? Okay.
See, be clear here. Again, I'm saying don't consider it's a one module. It's a portfolio management and project management. Earlier, these modules were separate. So logically, still it is a separate. You can use it as a separate implementation. Even the functions, the component, you can implement separately. That is a project. That is one portfolio. Another is a project. Earlier, this portfolio we used to call it as XRPM, Accelerated Resource Portfolio Management. And this your PPM was your project management was C project. So there is no necessary to use both at a time. You have to check the business process which is best fitting as per your requirement. Sometimes the business don't want to go for portfolio and all because they don't have the similar kind of requirement, right? Initiative reviews and all, but they want to do the resource planning in detail. So in that case, no need to go for portfolio directly. You can directly go in the project management. So project
Okay.
management, if you are going to do the accounting and all these things, you can integrate with PS project. Think separately. It is just separate. It is a separate module.
All right, got it, Rama. Thanks.
Okay. So any other question, please?
Rama, just one question. Then you mean to say the default project profile is there, and if we want a particular controlling area, we have to change in the same default project profile. How is it? I mean, because PPM will not have its own controlling area, it will read this project profile, right?
Right.
So I have to change in the default project profile the controlling parameters, basically controlling area and company code, etc.
No. What I'm saying, if you want to use the same project profile, let's say you want to use the same project profile code CPR 0001, you don't want to go for enhancement, and as per your business requirement, you need only one project profile. So in that case, you change the description of that project profile, enter all the default values in that project profile, you use that. The reason, because in a standard program, which is transferring the project from PPM to PS, that code, that particular profile code is hard coded. So when you are going for enhancement also, in that place and hard coded place, you are going to make a combination. If you are selecting this project type, system has to select this project profile. If you are selecting this project type, system has to select this project profile. That's it. Rest of things you can do the changes. You can change it. It's not like initiative.
Okay, so I can change the controlling area, company code, etc. In that standard CPR project profile. Okay.
You can do that. You can change any parameter. System will not restrict you. Only that code has to be same. Okay. So in next session, I'll go for integration explanation before, so that it will be clear, and then we will go for the planning and all. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Okay, Rama.
Rama,
Okay, Rama.
you will
Yeah.
tell us, right, how we'll do that enhancements, some enhancements here regarding
See,
that.
enhancement. Actually, I am explaining the logic, bro. I am
Okay,
explaining
so
the approach.
you will explain that logic, right?
Yeah, it is
So
very
how
easy.
that
It I have explained now. Like SI, how when we are replicating, see, it is very easy to get even on the Google. If you are searching it, you will get a complete business function like FS. But if you want
okay.
from me, I will explain in steps. No worry. You just try to get it. If you are not able to find it, I'll explain. It's simple. It's very simple, because see the approach. If the approach is clear, it will not take much time to understand that. When I'm saying, when we are replicating the project, PS project from PPM, system is using hard coded the PS profile, that is CPR 0001. So if you want to make it flexible, in that place, what you need to do, you need to go in that particular program, need to change that combination. Okay, you can say, if I'm selecting this project type, this is my profile. So programmer easily can help us in this case. Okay, but if you need any the functions or the program which we are going to implement it, I'll help you in this case. I'm having a list. I'll share it in last.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, huh?
Fine.
Yeah. So I'm closing it for today. Thank you. Thanks everybody.
Thanks,
Thank
Rama.
you.